Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown. This is a recap of Week 7 and predictions for Week 8 of the AFC West. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys. It's a very short recap due to the fact that the Broncos played on Thursday, and I got into that last video, so I'm not gonna rehash that. You guys can go back and look at that if you missed it. However, the Broncos did lose to the Browns 17-14, but like I said, you want to get that entire video, go back to last Saturday, and feel free to watch it and comment if you wish. The Chargers were on a bye, so they stayed at 4-2. Now, with the Broncos lost, they dropped to 3-4. So basically, there are 2 games behind the Chargers as we stand right now. The Chiefs played the Titans, and the Chiefs, I don't know what is going on with the Chiefs. They played a game at home again and lost again. And I don't know if there's something wrong with their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not sure if there's issues going on with him there. But I do feel and do believe deep in my heart that just like Carolina, when Von Miller in Super Bowl 50 really got to Cam Newton and he got to his head, and Cam Newton never was the same. In fact, Cam Newton is not even playing football at this point in time. So that tells you that it only could take one game, especially the biggest game of the season, like the Super Bowl, to either elevate a person's ability and elevate their confidence and their gameplay, or it can absolutely crush them. And I think that's what's happened to Patrick Mahomes. The Kansas City Chiefs got thoroughly exposed in that Super Bowl loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Patrick Mahomes hasn't really been the same. And I'm thinking, again, that that's something within his head. I don't know if he's got happy feet. I don't know if he's scared now to take a hit. I know he's been injured, and he was injured last year as well. So that could play into it big time. So I'm not discounting the fact that there could be something wrong with him. What I'm saying, though, is that I think it's more between the ears now than it is to do anything with his physical body below the shoulders. That being said, Kansas City lost at home to Tennessee 27-3. Now, to hold Kansas City to 3 points is pretty phenomenal. And I didn't think the Titans were that good or that strong of a team this year. But by that win, they increased their record to 5-2. The Chiefs fell to 3-4, tied with Denver for last place. 2 games back of the Chargers as of Week 7. Now, the Raiders played at home against the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Raiders won that game 33-22. Now, the Raiders, by winning, went to 5-2. So now, technically, they have a half-game lead in the AFC West as of last Sunday. Now, this is Tuesday, October 26th, 2021. So, that being said, as of last Sunday, the Raiders are now in first place by half a game with a record of 5-2, and the Chargers are in second with a record of 4-2 because they were on a bye. Now, the Chargers do play this coming Sunday. The Raiders do not. So the Chargers do have a chance to tie the Raiders for first or fall back a full game with a loss. And that wraps up the week of last week, Week 7. Now, let's get into the predictions for Week 8. And these are the games. The Patriots at 3-4 go to LA and play the Chargers, who are 4-2. Now, New England pounded the Jets, who the Jets are 1-5, but New England pounded the Jets last Sunday, and they thrashed them with the score of 54-13. 54-13. Now, New England isn't really that strong of a team. I mean, they're 3-4. That's not that same record as Denver. So what does that tell you? Without Tom Brady, the Patriots are pretty much middle or bottom of the barrel. But the Jets are even worse than that. The Jets are absolutely pathetic. Now, the Jets did make a trade to get Joe Flacco back from the Eagles. The Eagles made that trade earlier, I believe it was yesterday, and they traded Joe Flacco back to the Jets. So at least the Jets have a quarterback because their quarterback got injured. Now, Flacco is no Tom Brady, and he's no Patrick Mahomes, although I'm not sure you want to be a Patrick Mahomes at this point in time of the season. But nonetheless, Joe Flacco is none of them. But Joe Flacco's a veteran, and he knows how to manage the game, and he knows what plays he can run and audible and things of that nature. So the Jets did get a quarterback, but with a record in 5, they have a huge, huge hill to climb, especially with Buffalo leading that entire division. So in this game, I have the Chargers beating the Patriots. Even though the Patriots won big, 54-13 over the Jets are no match in comparison to the Chargers. The Chargers are a much, much better team at 4-2. Herbert's playing out of his mind. He was AFC Rookie of the Year last year, and he's definitely playing up to that caliber this year. So I don't see the Chargers losing to the Patriots. If the Patriots somehow beat the Chargers, to me, that would be a huge upset. I don't see that happening. All right, the New York Giants travel to Kansas City. Now, the Chiefs at home were soundly beaten by the Titans, like I mentioned earlier, 27-3. Do I see the Giants with their record at 2-5 beating the Chiefs, who their record is 3-4 at Kansas City? Well, at some point in time, Kansas City has to win. And this might be a really good time to take advantage of playing a team that's not that good. The Giants are 2-5. They're not that good. And Kansas City should win this game. Now, like I mentioned before, I don't know what's going on with Patrick Mahomes and the entire team, but I just can't see them losing again back-to-back weeks at home. Chiefs were at Tennessee last week. But I can't see Kansas City losing at home to the Giants. The Giants are not that good, like I mentioned. The Chiefs, well, I don't know what Chiefs team you're going to get. I mean, I know they've won 3 games, but, they're sketchy at best. You don't know what Chiefs team you're going to get. And for that reason, I would say it's up in the air if they're playing anybody else but the Giants. I just don't see the Chiefs losing at home to the Giants. I just don't see that. As bad as the Chiefs have played, and as horribly as they got beat last week, I still don't feel that the Chiefs will lose this game at home. So I have Kansas City winning this game. Now, the Broncos are home against the Washington football team. Broncos are 3-4. Washington is 2-5. Washington lost to the Packers last week 24-10. Now, does that mean that Washington, and they lost by 14, but Denver only lost by 3? But Denver should have beaten the Browns. They should have beaten the Browns. I mean, the Browns, like I mentioned last video, didn't have their top 2 running backs in Hunt and in Chubb. They also didn't have their quarterback. They had Case Keenum. And I'm not going to rehash what I said in that video. You guys can go back, like I mentioned earlier, and watch it. But the Broncos should have won that game. But the Broncos look absolutely pathetic. Their offensive line, their defensive line, their pass rush is not there. Their offensive line can't open holes for the running backs. They can't even keep out the blockers for Teddy Bridgewater to complete a pass further downfield than 6 yards. So do I see Denver winning this game? At some point in time, Denver has to stop this 4-game losing streak. Washington is not that good of a team, but their quarterback was and is pretty strong and pretty accurate and does make smart decisions. But I think and feel that the Broncos being at home, they're going to honor Peyton Manning with his bust out front of the south side of south stands, outside the south stands of Empower Field at Mile High. During halftime and also before the game, they're going to unveil his name and his number on the Ring of Fame. during halftime. He's going to do a halftime speech. So it's going to be very, very emotional and very, very pumped up for the players and also for the fans. So I don't see Denver losing this game. I don't see it happening. I said earlier in the last video that I thought Washington would beat Denver. But given this new information about the honor of Peyton Manning and the energy and the passion, the emotions of the players and the coaches and the fans, I don't see Denver losing this game. Now, if Denver lets those emotions get to their head and they make stupid plays and they make stupid penalties and they make bad decisions and the coaching staff makes horrible, or I should say Vic Fangio, makes horrible decisions when it comes to fourth down or third down on defense, or if he doesn't call timeouts like he should, well, then anything's up in the air. But at this point in time, as I got that information, I don't see Denver losing this game to Washington. Now, as I mentioned, the Raiders are on a bye. So the Raiders' record's 5-2. The Chargers' record is 4-2. The Chargers play the Patriots, and I have them winning. I have Denver winning at home, and I have the Chiefs winning at home. So all three of the four AFC teams, obviously the Raiders on a bye, but the other three teams, Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs, are all at home, and I have all three of them winning. So if that's the case, the Raiders would be 5-2, Chargers would be 5-2, Denver would be 4-4, the Chiefs would be 4-4. So the Broncos and the Chiefs would remain 2 games back. The Raiders and the Chargers would be tied for first. Now, that being said, this AFC West is going to come down to it could come down to a 2-horse race, or it could end up being, a 4-horse race. And no pun intended when I say horse meaning the Broncos. I'm talking about, a horse race like at Santa Anita or something. But in any case, the Chargers and the Raiders are tied for, or would be tied for first if the Chargers win. And the Raiders being on a bye are going to get that extra week that they need after coming off of that win. They can rest some players. The Chargers are very well rested, and that's another reason why I don't see them losing to the Patriots. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. Oh, one other note. The Broncos did make a trade. They made a trade with the Rams. They got a defensive lineman. His name escapes me, so I'm not going to try and remember what it is. But that happened either late last night or early today. They got a trade. They made a trade with the Rams, and they've got a defensive lineman. And he's scheduled to start this Sunday, so he's gonna have to fast forward his learning the plays and his positions and what he needs to do on the defensive side. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. I'm hoping Denver snaps this 4-game losing streak. I have them beating the Washington football team. The game starts at 1:25 Pacific time, 2:25 Denver time. And let's get this win. Let's get this win. Let's equal our record at 4-4, and let's move forward. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Enjoy your week, and enjoy the Bronco game on Sunday. Excuse me. We will talk to you on Tuesday after Monday Night Football. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.